Right, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to show you how to change a keg roughly about halfway through on the Perfect Draft machine. Now before I start, at the moment I've got a Palm on draft. Had it going for the last 2 days, probably had about 3 or 4 pints out of it, so I'm not quite halfway yet. But I thought I'd show you the process regardless, because a lot of you probably may or may not know. For those that do know, then don't have to watch this video, but for those that want to know and don't know how to change it, then stick around because I'm going to show you how to do it right now. So I'm going to swap this Palm over with a nice stout. So yeah, let's do this. Right, okay, so here we go. You can see here that the machine is on. It's on and we've got the display header. 29 days, ignore that because I've had this keg on for about 3 days, and what's actually happened is I turn it off when it's not in use, although the Perfect Draft people of Philips say don't do that because it doesn't keep the beer as fresh. Well, you're not the one paying my electric bill, are you, Philips? So, you know, that's why I turn it off. Anyway, let's go ahead and open it up. You can see there as well, bit of spillage there. Let's open this up. First of all, let's turn it off. There you go, turn it off from the wall. Go ahead and just open it up. There we go, we can see there we've got a nice Palm in there. What we're going to do, first of all, you can see here that it's already been assembled. So you just lift these clips up. Just like that. And what you want to do is you want to take this little runner out as well. Because obviously this will have Palm in it, you know, this comes through here. So if I just unscrew that, you can see there that that's the rubber nib, and that's going to have Palm in it, and we don't want Palm, do we? Because we're going to change it over. So what I suggest you do is take this off, give this a quick rinse through, and then insert your new keg. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So if you just give me 2 seconds, I'm just going to change the angle a little bit, and I'm going to just show you how to remove this and what to do next. Right, so as you can see, here's the keg. I haven't done anything, just open the doors on it. As you can see there, I've lifted the blue tabs up, and all you do, just slide it out. So when you've taken it out, it's going to look something like this. You've still got your runner in there, this is still attached, and you can see here the machine is empty. The forks are up, so keep them up. Now what we want to do is take this out. Take this whole thing off and take this runner out. So it's quite easy to do. Just simply push these in like that. You'll hear it click and you can see that it has risen slightly. So you do that and you can just pull this off. Oh shit, there goes my magnet. You can see all the beer in there that are left over. Yeah, my magnet's fucked. It's not glued in properly, so I've lost that, but yours won't do that. Right, I'm running out of room here, so I'll just put it here. Now what you want to do is take this runner out, and that is straightforward. You just hit that button and this pops up. Easy as that. And now you take the runner out. And you can see there's still beer in there, and that is why I want to clean this quickly. So I'm going to clean this under the tap, and it's as easy as basically turning the water on and just letting it run through this galley, and it will come out the little nozzle here. And when it does, you do that for a few minutes and it will just clear all the beer out. So when you're ready to put this on the next keg, you won't get a mixture of Palm and whatever else it is that you're drinking. So yeah, first of all, before I do, I'm going to just get rid of this little bit here, because obviously you may or may not know, but if you leave it in the plastic here long enough, mould will tend to create and you'll get mould there. So it's best if you mop that up, whether it's through a straw, a paper towel, something like that. Just get rid of it, make sure it's nice and dry, because you don't want any mould in there for when you connect it next, because if you do that, let's be honest, you're going to be drinking mould as well. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and clean this, and I'll be back. Right, okay, so now with the line cleaned, I've cleaned this fucking magnet. Right, so I've cleaned the line right through, all the way into there as well. So everything has been cleaned, so there's no more beer in there. So what I've also done here is I've left a little bit of a paper towel there, as you can probably see. I don't think I've got it, but I've done my best to dry it in this area here, making sure that it's not wet, because I don't want any mould. And I simply did that with a paper towel, got right in there, give it a good turn, dried it. So that's one keg. So I don't want this keg anymore. Okay, I want this keg. So here we go. I want to stick on some Dark Arts cereal stout. So this is 6%. And when you first buy your kegs, this is how it looks. You know, you've got this on and the new line runner. I'm going to keep the old line runner for this one, and I'll keep this one for this one separately. Peel that off, simple. Well, it should be. Right, that goes. You take this off, this is your new runner, and it says peel here. I don't know what side I'm on. So it's this side, so it says peel here. See the arrow, you just push down, peel up, and it's easy. So now basically what that does is it eliminates the need for scissors and painfully trying to cut through the hardest plastic on earth. Because let's face it, we've all done it. You know, we've all been there at Christmas trying to cut through the impossible plastic. Right, so that's your new runner. Your new runner, it's nice and clean, shiny, wonderful. Now you just feed that in. So you want your new runner to go in. Oh, preferably not upside down. A bit tricky one-handed doing this. Right, so you slide it in there, like that, and just keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing until it lines up with the gap on the hole there, and it should lay flat. So something along that line. Can you see that? See how that sits? Right, and then just simply just push down on this bit until it clicks, and you can hear a click. That is your line installed. So you've got your line in there, and you can see that there at the end. What you want to do now is get it on here, so make sure that little stumpy bit is lined up with here. Place on, so like that. You can see that, so that's what it looks like. And just push down really hard. I will actually tell a lie, you squeeze these in, I believe, first, and then you, as you squeeze these in, you push down at the same time. So these go in and down, in, down. So squeeze them in, get it lined up, nice and lined. And that hasn't fucking worked. Right, bear with me. Right, so you just push down. There was a little bit of spillage, so I've just mopped it up. It just seeped through here because I didn't quite push it hard enough. So now what you're ready to do is, now it's just plugged in, you push down, it is now securely in. You can drink it like this is perfectly fine, but you're not going to get the desired effect. So we need to rig this in here, and I'll show you how to do that right now. Right, so what I've done is I've merely just lifted the keg in. Stick that back in. I really need to super glue this in at some point because it's getting on my nerves. So what I've done is I've lifted the keg up and just put it in, and as you can see there, that little tail on the back should line up in the back. So I'll show you again. Can you see that little tail there with a T-bar on it? That goes in the back. Okay, and we've got a little bit of spillage there. See that little bit of drip coming out? Make sure that's pushed firmly in. So you want to push, it's at the back, and when it's firmly in, clip those down like that, and then all you do is just shut the case. 1 and 2, and make sure it clicks. You can see that it's still open, so just make sure it clicks. Okay, so make sure it clicks by pushing the lever this way and then pushing that way and then letting go, and that will be locked. And all there is to do now is to turn it on and get a pint. Well, the keg is now reading at 21 degrees. There we go. So the keg is now reading at 21 degrees. And and 29 days because obviously I've just changed it over. And as I said, if you keep turning it off to save energy, your dates are going to be wrong. But don't worry, we can adjust that. So I can now just push this plus button, and there we go, we've got the magical 30 days. 22 degrees because the keg hasn't been chilled, it's at room temperature. But that's it, that's how you change your keg. So now I'm just going to quickly show you a pour, and I will then just show you probably how to revert back to that. But it's the same process. So when you want to swap a keg, it's follow this process with the exact same one there. So again, use your palm runner. What's going on here? I've got some spillage coming out, I don't know what that is. I've got the old runner here you use for the palm, and only the palm, and then you would use this one for this one. So don't get them confused. And yeah, let's pour this only stout on the Perfect Draft machine. So grab yourself a glass and pour. Now, the first one's always going to come out like a load of froth, but once it settles down, you've got yourself a good pint. So I'll let that settle and I'll show you the end result. Right, so I've let this settle now for a little bit, and I don't mind a bigger head on this, so I ain't going to wait all day for this. So I think that's about acceptable, a bit of a head. But there you go, that is your pour at currently 23 degrees. Again, I haven't let this chill, so you might want to let yourself chill before you pour a pint, but I'm doing this just for the video's sake. But there you go, that's how you change your keg. And you can do the reverse by simply taking the thing out, opening it, cleaning it, sweeping the keg back. So there you go. Cheers everyone, and I'll be reviewing this exact stout next time. Bit warm, but not half bad. Till next time, thanks for watching, and I hope this has been a great help to you changing your kegs. If you liked the video and it was helpful, don't forget to comment, share, subscribe, and hit that like button. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to join me some more beer reviews.